coming together.
Start throwing your weight around.
Yeah.
Were you ever worried you were going to be too skinny to be a linebacker?
No, I know even if I was 190 pounds coming in here, I knew they'd put the weight on me.
Okay.
So I'm not 190 pounds. But
what are you
about
now?
215 right now.
215. You want to get to what?
Before season?
Yeah, well, I mean, like Devin Brown said, they want him at 215. Was it 210 or 215?
By the spring game.
By spring, he's a quarterback. He's like 198 or something. Right?
Yeah, my goal is probably to get about 225, 230 probably before spring. Try to get 225 before spring.
What's that involve for you?
Who are your guys? Who are the linebackers that you love to watch play?
Like in NFL?
Anybody, yeah.
So I always, he's retired now, but I always watch Ray Lewis. That's one of the biggest, the best linebacker, one of the best linebackers to ever do it. So I loved his mentality. So I always watch him.
What stood out about him? Was it the fact that
his mentality and his hits? I love his hits. You know, he always, like you said, that explode through. He definitely had it. So. And
he also rarely let you know he was hurt or banged up and stuff. He played like on another level in that regard. I mean, where does that come from?
That toughness?
Toughness may not even be there. It's almost like theatrics a little bit. That you're going to put on this show, no matter what, that you are the baddest guy on the field. You know what I mean?
And that's how I've been raised. That's how no matter what's going on, I played through even a ton of injuries this past season, the senior season. But I knew that I was raised that way to first never let my team down. I'm going to play till you're going to have to carry me off the field. So.
What's going to be your biggest challenge, you think, Gabe, to get on the field in this defense? You probably don't know much about the defense yet.
Just physically developing and also just learning the defense. So I've been working to learn it and been working really hard in weight room. So.
Gabe,
I'm sorry, is it up that you're in the meeting room with the defensive coordinator?
It helps a lot that the defensive coordinator is also your linebackers coach.
Yeah.
So
have you met with him much? Have you gotten to know him at all?
Oh yeah, I have. Met with him some, but mostly meeting with Coach Coy, who we brought in. So.
You and CJ have talked for a long time, been committed for a long time about you guys built this defensive class, helped build it. To finally be here, what does this mean for you? Like you're with CJ, you're here now, you're actually in the building. What is that like?
Yeah, it means a lot. We're finally like brothers. We're finally together. So we've been working real hard. We've been pushing each other. So it means a lot.
What's it like when the linebackers coach you think you're going to play for ends up leaving before you even get here? What was that like for you?
It was a little bit of shock, but because I love him, built that relationship with him. But also, I knew how good Coach Knowles was, and I love Coach Knowles. We talked to him before, so it was a shock, like I said, but it wasn't. I love Coach Knowles too. So.
Was there any moment in the shock where it's like, oh my gosh, is this where I want to be?
No, I never questioned that.
I'm sure you've watched a little of Oklahoma State. What just jumps out at you about that defense? And Coach Knowles might be trying to put in. He's going to tweak it, I'm sure.
Just watching their defense, they have a lot of different sets. They don't just stay in one set. They'll switch on and off, and also, like I said, back, I really love their aggressiveness. He's a very aggressive defensive coordinator, so I love that.
Were you ever watching a game, the first half of the Rose Bowl this year, or the Michigan game, or the Oregon game? You know what I'm talking about. You know what games I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Especially the first half of Utah game. Were you perplexed by what you were seeing from a defensive standpoint for Ohio State? What did you see? I guess it needed to be maybe fixed. Or did you think it would be fixed?
I'm not.
You're a son of a coach. You've been playing linebacker your whole life.
Yeah, I am, but I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not going to speak on the teammates or anything like that. The coaches, they'll put our players in the best position. So I trust that, and that's why I came here.
What does it mean to you that Ryan Day said, "Hey, this is not good enough"? Basically, in essence, cleaned out the defensive staff except one guy, Larry Johnson. And stuff. What does this tell you about his focus on getting that?
It means he's all in. It means that he's going to do whatever it takes to win. So, and I really respect that. So, trust him. I've always had trust in him.
Sorry, good.
Oh, you're good.
I'm curious.
Yeah, definitely. They've exceeded. You know, we all come in here with one goal in mind, and that's to win. And we've been working as hard as possible to make that happen. So.
What would you say is your understanding of the linebacker position, given how much you've been learning linebacker since you were
that's what
a
I
little kid?
think is one of my best, honestly, things about me is my IQ for that position, because I have a dad that is a linebackers coach. You know, he had to try out in the NFL to be a linebacker, so he knows a lot about the linebacker. He's coached it for almost 40 years. He played it and coached it for almost 40-some years. So that helped a lot.
How do you everybody wants to play as fast as they can. I mean, what do you think, your background and your knowledge of the position, what will that do for you here, do you think?
It'll help a lot, because as a linebacker, you also have to be able to read, you know. So I think that'll help me a lot, because I've been taught how to read from, like I said, from a very young age. So I think that'll help a lot.
What is your favorite hole at the Ridge Golf and Garden? What is your favorite hole? It's now number 18. It used to be number 9. The par 5.
See, I haven't played all 18 yet. I've only played front 9, but
How about that dog leg left number?
that's
number 2
hard.
now?
That one's hard.
Yeah.
With the pond?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a little hard.
Why did you have your announcement there? Give me the background.
We're real good friends with the owners of them.
Yeah.
My grandpa actually used to own that place there,
Really?
but he doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
But he used to own it, so yeah.
No, I played out there a bunch. I like that golf course.
Yeah.
They've gotten it in good shape now.
They do. They have
It's
a real good
different
shape.
kind of course. Hey, Gabe, one issue, being the son of a coach, did your dad ever get like fired, or was he part of a staff that got canned or anything like that, or you guys had to get up and move? Just,
No, he's only been he always he's a very family organized person, so he's always wanting to stay where we're going. He don't have to move us, so he's only at like Hilliard's
Yeah.
and stuff like that, where he didn't have to move us.
Yeah.
Because family's always comes first.
but he's moved from a staff to another staff and stuff.
Yeah, but he's never he's optionally moved from
Yeah, that's what I'm
staff.
saying.
Yeah.
But when he changes like that, 'cause, you know, a lot of these coaches have moved in,
Yeah.
and stuff. Is that tough on him or the family, or when you make moves like that?
No, because he wanted to make those moves.
Yeah.
He was at Xenia for a little while. He's at Hilliard
Darby?
for a little Darby for a little while, and then eventually quit that to coach us, because he wanted to coach us from a very young age.
Yeah.
So that's what he did.
Tim, can I get one in?
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Gabe, I think your family name is on the press box at Marysville. You're like a Marysville kid, like a superstar in the town. I think when I went and saw you play in high school, there's kids coming up and get pictures with you and want to talk to you. Do you kind of get that beat out of you right now? Are you like you were a superstar in high school? Like, how does that transition happen, and what's that been like the last couple weeks to kind of get the 5-star beat out of you, I guess?
Yeah, you like you said, you go there and everybody knows you, and then you come here, it's like, okay, but definitely have. But I've always been, I have prided myself in being extremely humble. So it wasn't really much of a change just to come here and have to work back up there. So you start at the bottom, you work back to the top. So.
Everybody says the right things when it comes to that. I try to be humble, but is that a little bit of a transition to go from the very top of, everyone knows you, all that,
Yeah,
to
it
now
definitely is.
it's like, hey, freshman, wipe my,
the back of the line.
Yeah, back of the line.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, but everyone would be lying if it wasn't. But it definitely is a transition, but it's not like affecting me, if that's what I'm saying.
What's been the easiest thing to transition to so far?
Easiest, probably just classes right now. I mean, classes aren't too hard for me right now, so it's been pretty easy for that. But as far as football wise, it's been a big change. So, but I love it. I love this a lot better. So.
And then the hardest?
This?
Yeah, what's the hardest thing you've had to go through the last couple weeks? Just trying to get acclimated to everything.
Yeah, just acclimated really. You know, morning workouts usually our school had them in the afternoon, so it was just different workout schedules and stuff. So.